I introduce you to Esther Delgado, who is County Court at Law Number 2's official court reporter. All persons in this session, as well as the public, are admonished to not and shall not record these proceedings. All counsel and persons in this session are reminded to exercise proper courtroom decorum and attire at all times. Specifically, with those, we will be operating hybrid, meaning I have people in the courtroom as well as folks who have elected to appear via Zoom and are being permitted to appear via Zoom. With any permission, that can be revoked at any time. Specifically for those who are appearing via Zoom, you cannot be in a vehicle. If you are in a vehicle, you have two choices. You can, first choice, get out of the vehicle, get to a quiet place that you may participate. Second choice, drive down to County Court at Law Number 2, located at 300 De La Rosa, San Antonio, Texas, 78205. We are on the first floor of the Kadena Reeves Justice Center. Second, your name must be displayed. It must be displayed, first name and last name, not your device's name and not a nickname. So check your frame, look at your frame and see how your name is displayed. It needs to be your first name and last name. If you do not know, you need to go ahead and rename yourself. If you click on your frame, you'll see 3 dots and under those, you'll have an option to rename yourself. So please proceed with that. Third, you must appear. The people in the courtroom are appearing, I can see them. So appearance means your video is on and you are in a good light whereby I can see your face clearly. What you see is what I'm seeing. So if you have a light behind you that's casting a shadow, then that's what we're going to be seeing. If you are in a vehicle, your name is not displayed, or you are not appearing, your video is not on, or you're not in a good lighting, I will not recognize you when I call your name. However, I will give you an opportunity to cure or correct or fix the issue, and then I will mark you as late. You are on Zoom. The people in the courtroom are sitting up, have good posture, so your posture is expected to be sitting up. Please place your device on a flat surface. Put yourself in the center of the frame and then refrain from moving around. The Zoom has a chat feature. You cannot use that chat feature without my permission. With one exception, the bailiff, whose name is displayed as BCSO, that's Bexar County Sheriff's Office, J. De La Cruz. He keeps track of who comes in and leaves the courtroom and the Zoom session. So please, you can chat to him to let him know that if you need to go ahead and get up and go to the bathroom or something, but you'll be back. So that's the only exception as far as the chatting. There'll be no chewing gum, eating, drinking, vaping, or smoking during the Zoom session. If you cannot do it at the bench, you cannot do it or do it in a courtroom, you cannot go ahead and do it via Zoom. Of course, you cannot leave the Zoom session for the day or out of the courtroom without specifically being excused by the court, that's myself, or properly by the court coordinator. When I call, how we're going to proceed today is I'm first going to call the docket. Please allow me to finish calling the docket so that we may get through that procedure first, that process. When I call the docket, I will call the defendant's name 2 times. If I mispronounce your name, please make sure to correct me so that I may make my best effort to call your name, to pronounce your name correctly. That's 1. 2, when I call your name, for the folks in the courtroom, please stand up, remain standing. And folks in the Zoom, unmute yourself, remain unmuted. I will ask you a question about your representation. Is this your attorney? And all I need for you to tell me is yes or no. If that's you recognize the person as your attorney, that's all I need at this time. Explaining anything else to me just delays my completion of the calling the docket. If you do not have an attorney, then I will ask you a couple more questions, whether you need time to hire an attorney or do you need to apply for a court-appointed attorney. For those in the courtroom, we can go ahead and fix that up right away. For those in Zoom, I will excuse you so you can come down and apply for a court-appointed attorney. That's all I need at the exception of calling, just for calling the docket. Once I have completed calling the docket, then I will ask the attorneys who needs to confer with the prosecutors. Those folks will be moved. The attorneys, when you are responding for your client, please let me know if you are going to need to confer with the court-appointed, with the prosecutors, or if you need to consult with the court coordinator. Mr. Berlanga, it seems that you're not paying attention to my instructions thus far. So, attorneys, once I move the attorneys, then I will come back and I will respond to each individual situation. I will take up those matters. Again, Zoom, even if your attorney answers for you, I will still need to hear from the defendant. At the end of my calling the docket, I will announce that. I'm wishing to go ahead and complete, but before that, I will ask, is there anyone that has not heard their name called, or anyone that I have not recognized because they're either in a vehicle, they don't have their name displayed, or they're not appearing? At that time, that is the time to speak up, raise your hand, use the Zoom raise hand feature, and let me know that you have not heard your name so that I will be able to recognize you at that time. Then I will pronounce that this is the conclusion of my calling the docket. Then I will proceed to move attorneys. Then I will proceed to address each individual situation. Any violations of these instructions are subject to contempt of court. Bailiff, it is now, Deputy Dela Cruz, it is now 9:13. I'm going to start calling the docket. Anyone else who walks in or appears will be considered extremely late. And you know where to place them. Today, again, is Thursday, the 6th of October, 2022, and I am looking for these persons. Blair Schoenberg, Blair Lynn Schoenberg. Good morning, ma'am. Is David William Davidson, your attorney? Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. We will go ahead and wait for him. Victor Manuel Romo. Victor Romo.
Yes,
Unmute and respond.
I am here.
Is Jay Norton your attorney?
Yes,
Thank you very much, sir. We'll go ahead and wait for him. Daryan Chance. Daryan B. Chance. Mark that as failure to appear. Possible. Michael Rowe. Michael Edward Rowe. Good morning, Mr. Rowe. Is Kadi Han your attorney? Okay, very good. We'll go ahead and wait for him. Thank you for being here, sir. David Garcia. David Garcia. Mark that as failure to appear. Darian Perez. Darian.
Present, Judge.
Lisa. Good morning. Where is Miss Darian Perez?
Right here.
Okay. All righty. Thank you very much. Is Lee Cutter your attorney?
Yes.
Very good. We'll go ahead and wait for her. Thank you. Something strange happened with that volume. All right. Derek Berlanga. Derek Michael Berlanga.
He's present. Good morning, Your Honor. We'll have a plea for the court today.
All righty. Derek Berlanga. Unmute and respond. Your attorney has said you're present.
Yes, ma'am, I'm present.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Valdemar Villegas Reyes.
Good morning,
Villegas.
Judge. This is Ashley Morgan on his behalf. That case has been disposed of. I'm also here on Mr. Felix Reyes and Mr. Manuel Marins. We're here on pretrial conferences, and I've conferred with both the court coordinator and the prosecutor on dates, and we're ready for announcements.
Thank you, counsel. Daniel Cardenas.
I'm present.
Daniel. Okay,
I'm here.
sir, you need to go ahead and rename yourself. I am not going to recognize you at this time. You need to rename yourself. It cannot be your whatever that is. Please
I'm on my
make-
cell phone.
rename
know that.
yourself.
Listen to-
Sir, go ahead and take a Zoom tutorial or come on down to the courthouse. Darian Perez, I've already called her. Stephen Luke. Stephen
Present.
Luke.
Present with counsel, Your Honor. And we will just need time to confer with the prosecutors. Mr.
Okay.
Lugo speaks for her.
All right. Okay. Where is Mr. Luke?
Right
Okay,
here, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Luke,
Present.
thank you. And you have, and counsel Johari Burnett? Okay.
That is correct. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. All right. Mr. Luke, you were here when I made my announcement concerning eating, drinking, or smoking
Yes,
or vaping while on Zoom?
I apologize, ma'am. Brain fart. I'll get rid of it right now.
Did you, so you were here while I made that announcement?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so, all righty. And counsel, Attorney Burnett, you say you wanted to confer with the ADA, correct, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Roger Rodriguez. Roger Rodriguez.
Judge Gable Sadowski on behalf of Mr. Rodriguez. He's actually here. I don't know if Mr. Rodriguez can unmute so you can make an announcement. Are you here, Mr. Rodriguez?
I'm here.
I just need to
Okay,
state, Judge, if you can put me in a breakout room, I would greatly appreciate it.
all right, thank you, Counsel. And then Roger Rodriguez.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Luis Guerrero, Luis Alfredo Guerrero. I'm saying that right, am I? Yes. Luis Alfredo Guerrero, mark that as possible failure to appear. Sonia Sotelo,
I am present for her. My name is Ortiz, Your Honor. She's on the screen. I know because she's in my office. And I have filed a motion for a psychiatric examination. I have the discovery from the state, but because I'm just now filing the motion and there's a felony that is one of the same symptoms pursuant to my motion. So I
Okay.
don't believe we're ready for court today. We'd ask the court to give us a reset.
Counsel, if I, let me finish with my calling the docket. Sonia Sotelo, unmute and respond.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you, Counsel. Michael McCoy, Michael Anthony McCoy. Mark that as possible failure to appear. Felix Reyes, Felix Levy Reyes. Mark that as possible failure to appear. Manuel Marins, Manuel Alberto Marins.
Judge, Mr. Reyes and Mr. Martinez is with Ashley Morgan, and she's here in her PTC.
Excuse me. Manuel Marins, Manuel Alberto Marins. Okay, mark that's possible failure to appear. All righty. Is there anyone in the courtroom that has not heard their name? Okay, anyone at all? In the Zoom session, is there anyone that has not heard their name or I have not recognized?
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Hadi Khan speaking.
Good morning, Counsel.
I'm sorry, Judge.
Your client checked in, Counsel. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
He's here in person in the courtroom. Anyone else? Anyone who has not heard their name, their client's name, whom I have not recognized? Attorney Eric Hernandez, sir?
Your Honor, if I could just speak with Miss Luna in a breakout room. It's about a case on tomorrow's docket.
Okay, thank you, sir. All righty. If there being no one else, then I will conclude calling the docket at 9:22. Now, I need to go ahead and move the attorneys. Please, let's go ahead. Who is the conferring ADA?
Judge, this is ADA Han. I'll be conferring.
Thank you. Let's go ahead and move Attorney Johardi Burnett in with that ADA Han, and Gable Sadowski, Attorney Gable Sadowski in with Attorney Lynn Han Martinez to start conferring. Any other attorneys that need to confer with the ADA? All righty. The priority will be for trial announcements. For me to go ahead and attend to trial announcements, that's the import of today's docket, as well as then pre-trial conference hearings and any pleas. So it'll be trial announcements, pleas, and then pre-trial conference hearings. That will be the priority of which I will attend cases. And if you have a copy of the docket, I will run down the docket several times just to capture those settings. So Attorney William Davidson, you're here and your client is here for a trial announcement. Go ahead and approach. Attorney let's go ahead and move Attorney Eric Hernandez to the breakout room with Court Coordinator Luna. So okay, thank you very much. All righty. Good morning. I hope you're feeling better.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Good.
I gave myself an hour to speak. That's to be done. I thought I pulled over the phone.
Not a problem. Just glad to see you here. Okay. All righty. Let's go ahead and get your client up here. All righty. State, do you have cause number 643-210 pulled up? First one on the docket.
Yes, Your Honor.
All righty. We're going to go ahead and get on record. Counsel, do you know there is a 1622 report associated with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Court is going to call cause number 643-210, 643-210, State of Texas versus Blair Lynn Schoenberg. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Victor Hernandez for the state.
William Davidson for the defense, Blair Schoenberg.
And are you Blair Lynn Schoenberg?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let the record reflect that the defendant is in this session where we are holding hybrid. The defense is in the courtroom and the state is via Zoom. So we're here for, and counsel, I did ask you concerning the 1622 report. For the record, you know that there's one associated with your client.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All righty, we're here on for a trial announcement on record. State, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
State announces ready. Defense, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense announces ready. We have a jury on Monday. So Monday, we will see you Monday around about 10 o'clock in person. Is there anything that might impede the execution of this trial? Defense?
You know, I would only say I have other felony trials set, but if we're going to be here at 10 o'clock, if I have to be in a felony court at 9 and they start trial as well, I don't know.
Well, you can go ahead and announce them. You're on the lineup here.
Okay.
All righty. So that gives you time. That's why I say 10 o'clock. Gives you time to round up anything that you have on Monday.
Okay.
Okay. And show up here. Again, I'm going to create a list.
Okay.
We'll see what happens, right? All righty. Your case is 2020 case. We'll see what happens, depending on who's going to go. State, anything that may impede the execution of this trial?
No, Your Honor.
And how long did you think this trial is going to last? State 2, 3 days?
Yes, Your Honor, I estimate 3 days.
I would guess 2, but just an educated guess.
Okay. Ms. Luna, I need for you to come up here and provide the defense with a reset date, case reset form.
Yes, Judge.
So we can go ahead and do this. We'll see you on Monday, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Your case reset form will be
Thank you.
provided to you, so please wait for that. Mhm. We're off record. Attorney Jay Norton. State, please pull up clause number 663-565 for Michael, for Rowe, Michael Rowe, State of Texas.
I have it, Your Honor.
Court is going to call cause number 663-565, State of Texas versus Michael Rowe, Michael Edward Rowe. Parties, please approach and identify who is before the court. The bench, starting with the state.
Victor Hernandez for the state.
Hadi Khan for the defense, present with Mr. Rowe.
And again, we're operating hybrid as the defendant is in the courtroom, his attorney and the state attorney is on Zoom. And are you Michael Edward Rowe?
Yes, ma'am.
Let the record reflect that the defendant is in this session with his attorney. We are here for a trial announcement on record. State, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
State announces ready. Defense, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
Not ready, Judge.
Excuse me?
Not ready. Announcing not ready.
Okay. Defense announces not ready. Do you have a motion for continuance on file?
No, Judge, not at this time, but we can do so by.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and get that file today and we will be able to go ahead and hear that. You be able to examine that, okay? And make sure it's verified. Alrighty, we're off record at this time. Go ahead and have a seat, sir, and we'll be waiting for your motion to continue. defense ready, motion for continuance, I'm sorry.
Judge, can I just get on standby and then hop back on whenever I'm ready?
We need for you to go ahead and file the motion for continuance, counsel.
Okay. I'm just gonna mute myself for now then, and I'll do that momentarily.
Attorney Timothy Roundtree. Attorney Lee Cutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Andrea Cifuentes here for Attorney Lee Cutter.
Counsel, you did not say anything when I called your client. So, excuse me for not recognizing you.
What?
Alrighty, let's go ahead and get on record. Court is going to call cause number 669812, State of Texas versus Darian Alicia Perez. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Victor Hernandez for the state.
Andrea Cifuentes present for Darian Perez.
I have Lee Cutter as the attorney of record.
Correct, Your Honor. Lee Cutter is the attorney of record. I am here standing in for her today.
And what is your relationship to attorney Lee Cutter?
I'm an associate attorney at her firm.
Okay. Alrighty, we're here, and Darian Alisa Perez, unmute and
Yes, Judge.
record. Let the record reflect that the defendant is in the court session with her attorney. We're here for a trial announcement on record. State, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
State announces ready. Defense, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
We are not ready, Your Honor.
Defense announces not ready. You have filed a motion for continuance on this matter?
Correct, Your Honor.
Alrighty, we will go ahead and hear that. When did you file this motion for continuance?
I believe it was filed yesterday by Ms. Cutter, Your Honor.
It was submitted after 5 p.m. yesterday, and it was accepted this morning. State, do you have a copy of that motion for continuance?
Your Honor, I'm not aware of a copy at this time. Sorry, Your Honor.
Okay, you do not have a copy. I'll give you an opportunity to go ahead and get a copy of that, and we'll step back and we'll call that, and we'll be able to hear that motion for continuance.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State, you have the next pulled up, cause number 676432.
Yes, Your Honor, I have it.
Let us get on record. Court is going to call cause number 676432, State of Texas versus Derek Berlanga. And it's Derek Michael Berlanga. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Victor Hernandez for the state.
Jeb Locke for Mr. Berlanga.
And Derek Michael Berlanga, unmute and respond.
Yes, ma'am.
Let the record reflect that the defendant is in this court session with his attorney. And we are here for a trial announcement on record and counsel. For the record, you know there is a 1622 report associated with your client.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. State, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
Yes, Your Honor, and I believe we'll have a plea for the court in just a few minutes.
So you believe that this matter is going to be resolved by a plea at this time, sir?
Correct. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And are you working on the paperwork on that?
I believe that we have submitted the paperwork to the court, Judge.
Okay, all righty. I'll go ahead and check on that in a minute. Thank you, counsel.
Thank you.
All righty. We're off record on that matter at this time. All righty. Attorney Angela Blake. Okay. State, if you will go ahead and pull up cause number 684153.
Yes, I have it, Your Honor.
Deputy. On SID number 0577396. That is number 14 on the docket. Has the warrant been executed? And I believe she's bonded out. If you let me know, verify that for me, please. Bonded out. Yes, okay. Mhm. I think so.
Judge, may I approach?
Sir, I'm right in the middle of something right after I'm finished with this case, okay? Appreciate
Yeah.
it. Thank you. States, if you'll just verify that for me, I believe Attorney Ortiz, I believe your client has the warrant has been executed on your client and she has properly bonded out, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Court is going to call cause number 684153, State of Texas versus Sonia Sotelio. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Victor Hernandez for the state.
Arnulfo Ortiz for Sonia Sotelo.
Sonia Sotelio, please unmute and respond.
Yes, Your Honor.
Alrighty, let the record reflect that the defendant is in this court session with her attorney. We are here for a trial announcement on record. State, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
State announces ready. Defense, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
No, I'm not, and I don't want
Defense
to.
announces not ready. Defense, do you have a motion for continuance?
I
on
have a
file?
motion. I have a motion for a psychiatric examination on file.
Okay. State, if you would go ahead and file your motion for continuance, and you maybe go ahead and attach to it anything else that you wish to go ahead that will support your motion for continuance. We will be able to go ahead and hear that. File your motion, your verified motion for continuance. And you know there is a 1622, Article 1622 report associated with your client.
What was provided to me in discovery graciously by Mr. Hernandez and the offer, which I've replied to, is wrong. It's wrong because of the facts.
Okay, sir, do you know there is an Article 16.22 report associated with your client?
Yes, I saw that.
Okay, very good. File your motion for continuance, sir. We'll go ahead and be able to hear that shortly. If we're able to go ahead and get that today. If not, it will be tomorrow and your client must be present. Thank you.
So are you authorizing us to come back tomorrow?
As soon as I see that motion for continuance filed today, sir, then we'll go ahead and get you reset.
Will you receiving my motion for the psychiatric examination have the same effect?
You can go ahead and be able to attach that or whatever else you need to support your motion for continuance, sir. We will hear it as soon as you go ahead and get it filed. And we'll go ahead and get you reset for that, okay? All righty, thank you, Counsel.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, this is Gable Sadowski. I'm back from conferring with the state and I'm ready to make announcements at your convenience.
I'll be right with you. Bring me the file on clause number 677291.
What is the defendant's name?
Villegas Reyes, Valermo Villegas Reyes. Okay, who wished to approach? Who was asking to approach?
That's
Okay, sir.
Attorney Burnett, Your Honor.
Okay,
I apologize. I was just gonna ask for a quick breakout room.
you wish to, sir, you're kind of coming over wobbly. You may want to go ahead and check your bars. Your internet connection. You wish to go ahead and get into a breakout room with your client?
Yes, Your Honor, Stephen Lucky.
All righty.
And Judge, after that, I just need to approach and
Yes, sir. Go ahead. We're moving Mr. Attorney Burnett in with his client, Luke, right? Stephen Luke or Luke?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Judge Gable Sadowski, on behalf of Roger Rodriguez, I had just conferred with the state.
What's this clause number, sir?
Hold on, Judge, I'm sorry. I don't have that up in front of me right now. It looks to be 683, 489, 683, 489. Roger Rodriguez.
All right, so you're here for a pre-trial conference hearing. How are we going to dispose of this case, sir? Is it going to be by trial or by plea?
I think trial, Judge.
Okay. Okay, Attorney Sadowski, I'm going to have you at this time check your calendar, and I'm going to place you in a breakout room with the court coordinator so that you can, with your calendar, check for that, and then come on back and we'll have a pretrial conference hearing, okay, on this matter. All righty,
Yes,
sir?
ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you much, appreciate it.
So that's a breakout room, Judge, or do I need to contact her via chat or what?
Hang on 2 seconds, you're moving him? You're going to get an invitation to join the court coordinator, okay, sir?
Understood. Thank you.
All righty, thank you. Attorney Locke, you have the paperwork? You think the paperwork is done?
I think so, Judge. I completed on my end, and I think my client did as well.
Okay, let me go ahead and check. Attorney Morgan?
Yes, Judge, I'm present.
All righty, hang on 2 seconds.
Do you want the money data?
Yes,
That one has been closed.
where's the file on it?
It's downstairs.
Oh, okay,
It's already left the court since it was recorded.
okay. Let's go ahead and call that back. What is this? Unopposed? Okay,
That's the 217 on me.
okay, thank you. No, this is our motion for continuance. Go ahead. Yes, sir. I know. That can be filed. Let's bring that file back.
Mr. Villegas?
Yes. I don't know if I have Sonia
You should
Satya,
have it.
right?
It
Right.
might be in the
Here.
one
You want me to place that in the file? Okay, right. Attorney Locke, Please go ahead and call the court coordinator, call the court so they can send you a copy of the personnel data sheet so that can be completed. It is, the one that I have received is completely blank. Thank you.
Okay, what is their phone number, Judge?
210-335-2573.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. State, I have a motion from continuance on cause number 663-565 that was filed this morning. If you can go ahead and pull that up with the other document, motion for continuance, we will hear those at the, after I finish, as we go proceed. Just want you to go ahead and see if you have that motion for continuance, please, if you could have that ready. Alrighty.
Oh, Your Honor, I'm not sure if I have access to that motion.
Let's go ahead and, sir?
Oh, sorry, Your Honor, I'm not sure if I have access to that motion. I'm not sure if defense can just give a short explanation on the basis for the motion. However, as I understand, I think we already conferred on that.
I'm sorry, do you have a copy of the motion for continuance on 663? Cause number 663-565?
No, Your Honor, however, as I understand, the state did not oppose the motion for continuance.
Counsel, I'm not hearing, State, I'm not hearing the motion at this time. I'm asking you whether you have that motion.
No, Your Honor, I'm not sure if I can get access to it with my system. And I don't think
It was
that-
just filed. It was just filed. So I'm not at the point, I have not called that to hear the motion. I just need for you to see if you can pull that up and see whether we hear the motion today or we'll hear it tomorrow. I just need for you to see if you have a copy of it.
No, Your Honor, I do not have a copy.
Okay? Need to look and see. It was just filed this morning. Attorney Morgan. Oh, excuse me. I am so sorry. I keep calling you up. Could you go ahead and make Attorney Locke, give him co-host? Okay. Counsel, I put you in a breakout room with your client. Attorney Locke, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with your client.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You see him? Berlanga. Okay. Attorney Morgan, you have cause number 684-436, 684-484 for two different clients. You have them.
I'm ready to announce on those. I conferred with both the state and your coordinator. Are you ready?
Yes, do you have, how are we going to dispose of them?
We would like to set both of these for trial.
Okay. All righty. If you would, State, can you pull up cause number 684-436 and 684-484, please?
I have them, Your Honor.
Okay.
Judge Gable Sadowski, I'm back from conferring with your court coordinator. I have dates.
Okay, very good. Right now. What is open? Deputy, could you see if your computer's open?
This microphone's like.
Hello? That should not. No, it's not that. That's not the issue. Attorney Stavasky,
Yes, ma'am.
can you mute yourself, please?
Sure.
Okay, do you have your computer open? Okay. Okay.
I just double checked. I'm in a CC 14 Zoom, but not.
Okay, you're not open. Okay, alrighty. Sorry about that. There's a gremlin in the system. Alrighty. Okay, let us state you ready on cause number 684436.
Yes, Your Honor.
Alrighty, let us get on record. Court is going to call cause number 684436, State of Texas versus Felix Levy Reyes. Attorneys and attorneys only, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Victor Hernandez for the state.
Ashley Morgan on behalf of Mr. Reyes.
We're here for pre-trial conference hearing today, the 6th of October 2022. State, please proceed.
Yes, Your Honor, this case involves the San Antonio Police Department. I understand, one moment.
We did confer yesterday.
Yes, Your Honor, the state has conveyed a plea.
Counsel, do you confirm receipt of an offer that was conveyed to you by the state in writing?
Yes, they emailed me an offer yesterday, and they've also emailed me their witness list.
Alrighty, okay, and you received that yesterday as well?
Yes.
Okay, that was 5 October. Is that in response to something that you filed?
Yes, we filed a defense request for state's witness list.
Do you have a date on that?
Let me check my Dropbox. That was filed and accepted by the court on October 4th of 2022. And the state disclosed their expert witness list on
Yesterday, right?
September 30th, 2022. They gave me the offer yesterday, but they e-filed their witness list on September 30th of 2022.
I thought you said that they responded with the witness list on 5 yesterday.
Yesterday, they emailed me an offer.
Oh, offer, okay, September. And you filed your motion for witnesses or request for witness on the 4th of October?
Yes.
So they responded to you before you filed it?
I believe they did, Judge. Let me double check the date.
No problem. Why don't we do this, counsel? How are we going to dispose of this matter?
We are setting this for a jury trial announcement on February 9th, 2023. And a jury trial on February 13th, 2023.
Thank you, counsel.
to do to negotiate, and
Will your client need an interpreter?
no, ma'am.
Regarding witnesses, are you going to rely on the state's file and police reports for witnesses, file a motion, or have the witnesses read on record?
The state's already provided in writing that witness list.
Sure. When did they provide the state? When did you respond to a request for witness list? You find out when you filed it, counsel.
Mine was filed on October 4th, my request, October 4th, 2022.
Okay. State, when did you respond?
Your Honor, I understand that the state filed a witness list on September 30th.
I think that the state anticipated I would be requesting it, so they were proactive.
They can, yeah, they can go ahead and do that at any time. It's just, let's go ahead and just get it on record. That's fine. Mr. ADA Hernandez has been very busy taking care of that matter. All motions and or pretrial requests will be in writing. Anything that needs to be arbitrated and heard by this court needs to be set for hearing and before trial announcement. And we'll go ahead, anything that needs to be set. State, have you filed any motions on this case or request besides the witness?
Oh, no, Your Honor.
Defense, have you filed any motions?
We have filed motions, but we don't need settings pre-trial.
Okay. And those settings will be on a Friday is what I intended.
Yes.
This regarding discovery, State, do you have any discovery issues or concerns? Defense, do you have any discovery issues or concerns?
Yes, Judge, we are missing the agreed blood discovery order that has been e-filed, and I sent that to the state, and the state knows that they're working on getting that discovery to me.
That's a standard blood discovery?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. State, you have received the request for the standard blood discovery?
One moment, Your Honor.
I don't believe it's been signed yet. We e-filed it yesterday afternoon.
And just to clarify, Your Honor, I do not think I received the blood discovery order.
Clause number 684436. Could you bring up any e-filings that has been made on that case, please? And as well on clause number 684484, please. Just recent ones filed yesterday, blood discovery. Okay, could you grab it for me? Thanks. Okay, State, you had not received it. It was just filed yesterday. They'll bring that up.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, they'll bring that up so that I can go ahead and sign that. And State, you have no concerns, any other discovery concerns?
No other discovery. We have all videos. Yes, ma'am.
And you have your e-discovery?
Yes, ma'am.
You have your information?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you been able to apprise this defendant of the nature of the offense? And are you able to waive arraignment on this behalf of this defendant?
Yes, ma'am. We do waive arraignment.
Okay. Court admonishes the parties to exercise due diligence in order to ensure that discovery does not impede the execution of this trial on the set date of 13 February 2022. Counsel to defense to exercise due diligence to notify defendant of the next court date. That court date, barring any motions that may be set for hearing, will be on trial announcement date of the 9th of February 2023. And the defendant must be present. If this defendant does decide to accept the state's offer, then the defense, you must tender a jury waiver immediately and set this matter for a plea within 2 to 3 weeks. States, do you acknowledge the court's admonishments
Yes,
and
Your Honor.
order?
Yes, Your
Defense,
Honor.
do you acknowledge the court's admonishments and order?
Yes, ma'am.
Does the court coordinator have the defendant's email address?
Yes, ma'am. I emailed that this morning.
State anything further on this matter?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, you had indicated that you had sent a copy of this amended standing order, discovery order on copying and production of blood testing records. You sent a courtesy copy to the state?
We e-filed it, but I'll send the signed copy.
I send this copy.
Okay, thank you.
Anything further?
Nothing from the defense, Judge.
State anything further on this matter?
No, Your Honor.
You can just take that one. Can you make a copy of this one? Couple copies, please. Mark it down, please. Mark it.
Yeah.
Make a copy of this one. Oh. There being nothing else and subject to your objections. Court understands cause number 684436, State of Texas versus Felix Levy Reyes. This matter will be disposed of by trial on the 13th day of February 2023, with a trial announcement date called docket of 9 February 2023. Of which state, you have any objections?
No, Your Honor.
State has no objections. And the defendant must be present for trial announcement called docket. No interpreter is needed for this defendant. The defense has filed a motion for a request for witness list. On the 4th of October, 2022, the state responded on the 30th day of September, 2022. This is a San Antonio Police Department arrest. All motions and pretrial requests will be in writing and will be set, if any need to be set for a hearing, must be set on Fridays. Both the state and the defense have filed motions in this case, and none needs to be set for a hearing at this time. State had indicated they had no discovery issues or concerns, and defense had stated that they do have concerns and has filed a standard blood discovery request. It was filed yesterday, the 5th of October, and the court signed it today. Both this defense has received the e-discovery as well as their information and has filed and does waive arraignment on behalf of this defendant. This defense also acknowledged receipt of an offer conveyed in writing by the state and has provided the defendant's email address to the court coordinator. Both the state and defense acknowledge the court's admonishments and order. State, any objections to the court's recitation?
No, Your Honor.
Defense,
No objection, Judge.
all righty, we're off record on that matter. Let's get on record on cause number 684-484, State of Texas versus Manuel Marins. Manuel Alberto Marins. Parties, please approach and identify who, state attorneys only. Please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Victor Hernandez for the state.
Ashley Morgan on behalf of Mr. Marines.
We're here for pre-trial conference hearing today, the 6th of October, 2022. State, please proceed.
Yes, Your Honor, it looks like this case involves the Texas Department of Public Safety. I'm not aware if the state has conveyed a plea offer or if there's been a conference, maybe defense can elaborate.
It was just a blank threat?
Yes, Ms. Link emailed me a plea offer yesterday.
So, defense, you acknowledge that you received an offer that was conveyed to you in writing.
Yes, ma'am.
How are we going to dispose of this case?
We are requesting a jury trial. On February 13th, 2023, with trial announcements on February 9th, 2023.
Will an interpreter be needed for the defendant?
There's no interpreter needed, Judge.
Regarding witnesses, will the defense file a motion, rely on the state's file and police reports, file a motion, or have the witnesses read on record at this time?
The defense filed a request for witness list on May 24th, 2022. That was answered in writing on September 30th, 2022. So we have a written list of state's witnesses.
24 May 2022? That's when you filed it?
We request, yes, it was accepted on May 25th, 2022.
All motions and or pretrial requests will be in writing. If any needs to be arbitrated by the court, that must be set for a hearing. Hearings on motions are held on Fridays. State, have you filed any motions outside of the witnesses in this case?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Judge, we do not need any pretrial settings at this point, and we'll let the court know if we do need any prior to trial and set it for Friday.
Okay. And will state, do you have any discovery issues or concerns?
No, Your Honor, not at this time.
Defense?
Yes, Judge, I emailed Ms. Ling yesterday that we are missing all the videos in this case. And I also emailed the breath test discovery order yesterday, and Ms. Ling is working on getting the videos as well as once the breath test order is signed, she'll get the breath test discovery.
And do you have the videos? Which videos are you missing?
I'm missing the dash cam, all Coban and all body cam.
Coban and what else?
And body cam. This is a DPS case, so generally the troopers hold on to them until requested by the state.
And do you know from what officer that you're missing the videos from?
It is trooper. C. Griffin, badge number 15456.
What's the name?
I don't know his first name. His last name is Griffin.
You say the first name is initial is C as in Charlie?
Yes, sir.
And last was
Griffin.
Griffin.
Riffin.
Okay. And badge number?
15456.
Anyone else?
That's it. So it's just one trooper.
Okay. State. What is your response to the missing videos?
As I understand, the state is still looking into the matter after discussion with defense counsel.
Say again?
Oh, yes, Your Honor, after discussion with defense counsel, the state is still looking for that evidence, Your Honor.
You have requested the videos?
Your Honor, I'm not sure if the state is specifically requesting the videos, but the state is looking into see where those videos are.
When will you request the videos?
Your Honor, if we have not requested them already, we can do that today.
Okay. State, regarding the standard joint order for discovery of breath test records, is it still viable that this instructions document is labeled quick reference guide on fulfilling the Bexar County standard joint order for discovery of breath test records for Intoxilizer 9000? And that's what you're seeking, counsel? Is these instructions, is that still current and correct? State.
Your Honor, as far as I can tell, those instructions are current and correct. I've been transferring them over to defense attorneys who have received that order in order to comply with that order, and I've received no complaints or concerns from defense attorneys. So as I understand, that is still a valid guide, Your Honor.
I am going to hand a copy of these instructions to the defense. I received a copy of these instructions from ADA Brett Boses when he was at ADA in this court. I am going to turn that over to you, defense. I have also signed your request for the standard joint order for discovery of breath test records. I've also signed this, so between that and further conference with the state, you should be able to go ahead and satisfy that, okay? That's why when he produced it to me, I made copies of it to be able to hand it out. I knew, how slow sometimes information can be disseminated. So the court orders the parties to exercise due diligence to ensure discovery does not impede the execution of trial on the set date of 13 February 2023. And defense to exercise due diligence to notify the defendant of the next court date barring any motions that may be set for a hearing in which the defendant must be present. The next court date for this defendant will be the trial announcement called docket date. If the defendant does accept the state's offer, defense will tender a jury waiver immediately and set this matter for a plea within 2 to 3 weeks. Defense, do you have received your e-discovery?
Yes, ma'am.
And your information?
Yes, ma'am.
And you waive arraignment on behalf of this defendant?
Yes, we do waive arraignment.
And the defendant's email address has been provided to the court coordinator?
It has, Judge.
Okay. Presume that was today?
Yes, ma'am.
States you acknowledge the court's admonishments and order?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Judge.
State anything further on this matter?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
Nothing from the defense, Judge.
Bar, subject to your objections. Court understands cause number 684484, State of Texas versus Manuel Alberto Marins. This matter will be disposed of by trial on the 13th day of February 2023 with a trial announcement date of 9 February 2023. No interpreter is needed for this defendant. The defense filed a request for witnesses on the 24th of May 2022. It was accepted on the 25th day of May 2022, and the state responded on the 30th of September 2022. This is a Texas Department of Public Safety case. All motions and pretrial requests will be in writing. If any needs to be heard by the court, it will be set for a hearing, and the hearings will be on Friday. Both parties have filed motions in this case, motions or requests. However, none needs to be set for a hearing at this time. The state indicated that they had no discovery issues or concerns. Willis, the defense did state that they did have concerns regarding videos, dash cam, Coban, and body cam, of which you had discussed with of Lynn Han, ADA Lynn Han Martinez. And these body cams videos are from Officer C as in Charlie Griffin with badge number of 15456. The state will place a request for those videos today, the 6th of October. The defense also filed a standard joint order for discovery of breath test records. The court handed a copy of the instructions to acquire those for the Toxilizer 9000 that was provided by the state. And the states, according to the state, as far as they know, those instructions are still accurate. The defense has it. This court signed the request that was filed and accepted yesterday out of abundance of caution, and that will be provided to the state. Defense has received the e-discovery as well as the information and does waive arraignment on behalf of this defendant. Defense also acknowledged receipt of an offer that was conveyed in writing and has provided the defendant's email address to the court coordinator. Both the defense and the state acknowledges the court's admonishments and order. Any objections State to the
Yeah.
course recitation.
Objection, Your Honor.
Defense. Okay. Counsel, have you received your reset form?
I have not yet, but it'll be emailed to me via Adobe Sign.
Okay. Alrighty, make sure. Anything further?
That's all. Thank you, Judge.
Counsel, I will need to go ahead and review with you regarding cause number 677291. If you have other matters in this court and can return just a little bit later, we'll go ahead and take up that matter because it's on the docket today and I need to review it.
Okay, I'm going to log into the Zoom. I do have to be in Kerr County by 11, I think. So, well, no, it's late. I just need to be there shortly for a setting.
Okay. Did you just want to do that while you're in Kerr County?
I'm gonna do the my Zoom right now, my play Zoom, and then I'll come back in and see if you have time.
Okay. Did you wish to go ahead and use the jury room, ma'am?
No, I'll go. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I did not hear the dates for the trial announcement. The trial announcement and trial, please.
2 seconds, Dave. Good morning, counsel. Gonzalez, do you have an off-docket matter?
I don't, Judge. I actually have a case that's separate tomorrow, but the state has tendered a dismissal. And I was hoping, Your Honor, that what I understand, it hasn't come up for your signature.
Oh, okay, but it's not on today's docket.
Right.
So it's off docket for tomorrow. Give me 2 seconds, sir. Give me 2 seconds. I did want to acknowledge your presence. Okay. State, you were saying?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I did not hear the dates for the trial announcement and trial on Manuel Marina 684-484. Repeat them, please.
684-484, that was set for pre-trial conference hearing that we just did.
Oh, yes, Your Honor. Did you reset for another pretrial or was that for actual trial?
Oh, the dates for trial, sir?
Oh, yes, Your Honor, yes.
It was the 13th of February, 2023, with a trial announcement on 9 February, 2023.
Oh, thank you, Your Honor.
You have no objections to those, do you?
Oh, no, Your Honor.
Okay. Attorney Jeb Locke, do you have the
Data sheet?
yes, sir. Have you
It's been
sent that?
Yes, it's been sent back to the court, Judge. Hopefully you have it.
Okay. Okay, counsel, that's why I asked, I looked and I don't see it. So if you would go ahead and kind of double check with the court so they can print it and bring it up here so that we'll be able to proceed, okay?
Okay, I'll call the clerk, Judge.
Thank you. All
Judge,
righty.
I'm gonna log on to your Zoom on the VAS matter so you can address it when you're ready. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to set this for hearing on this afternoon. By the time I'm going to need the transcript for last time he was here on the case. Oh. If you have the case number, you'll be able to go ahead and find it. Okay. Look. What, 20 September then? Yes. And then the 22nd of September, 20 September and 22nd of September. And the cause number is 663-565. Yes, whatever we prefer today.
For that particular case.
Yes. All righty. Attorney Arnolfo Ortiz, I'll wait for you to go ahead and get a jacket.
Yes, ma'am.
Attorney Hadi Khan, you filed the motion for continuance. State, have you received the motion for continuance from on cause number 663-565?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and we will go ahead, I need to go ahead and get some information. So I'm going to set that for 1:30. We'll hear that at 1:30 this afternoon.
Yes, Judge. May Mr. Rowe be excused?
No, he'll need to be here at 1:30 for that. He can go to lunch and that and be back at 1:30.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, all righty? Okay,
May I be excused in the meantime?
to 1:30, we'll go ahead and hear that. Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll be back. Thank you.
May I approach, Judge?
Yes, give me 2 seconds to make. Did I give it to you?
Just forward the discovery order to Jill.
Okay. State, do you have a copy of the motion for continuance filed on cause number 684153?
Oh, yes, Your Honor. Yes,
You have received it?
yes, that's correct, Your Honor. We received that.
Okay. Alrighty, that matter, I'm going to go ahead and set that for a hearing at 2:30 this afternoon, 2:30 this afternoon. Counsel, you and your client are excused, and I'll see you guys at 2:30 this afternoon. You can log in around about 2 o'clock, just in case, or at 1:30, you can. Let's go ahead and make it at 1:30, and we'll, just in case the hearings don't last too long, and we can do it right afterwards. So why don't you come back at 1:30, Counsel? On
Yes, Your Honor.
Sonia Sotelo, 1:30. See you then.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's get it on record. State, please pull up cause number 676432.
I have Your
Court is going to call cause number 676-432, State of Texas versus Derek Michael Berlanga. Parties, please approach and identify who is before the court, starting with the state.
Victor Hernandez for the state.
Jeb Block for Derek Berlinga.
Excuse me. Excuse me, I'm going through some technical difficulties here. Just give me 2 seconds to be able to, there we go. All righty. Are you Derek Michael Berlanga?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same so accused of driving while intoxicated with a BAC 0.15 or higher alleged to have occurred on the 30th day of December 2021 and classified as a Class A misdemeanor? Are you the same so accused?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Are you the same person so accused of driving while intoxicated with a breath alcohol concentration 0.15 or higher alleged to have occurred on the December 30th, 2021, classified as a Class A misdemeanor? Are you the same Derek Michael Berlanga who has been accused of that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing else but the truth under pains and penalties of perjury, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may go ahead and lower your hand. The court is going to start sharing the court's screen. Mr. Berlanga, can you see the court screen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, can you see, counsel, can you see the court screen?
Yes, Judge.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
On display is a document entitled State's Consent to Video Conferencing. Did you sign that document that's consenting to these proceedings, video conferencing?
No, Your Honor. Assistant District Attorney Ling Han signed it, but the state adopts it, Your Honor.
The state's video conferencing consent is made part of the record. Defense, on display is a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Video Conferencing. Mr. Berlanga, is this your signature where I'm circling the cursor?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign this document that's consenting to plea by video conferencing today?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, with your signature on the same document, do you join your client in consenting to these proceedings by video conferencing?
I do, Judge.
The defendant's video conferencing consent is made part of the record. Counsel, how long have you been representing Mr. Berlanga?
For about 1.5 years.
Are we applying for probation? And if so, what type?
We are applying for deferred adjudication, Judge.
Thank you, counsel. Mr. Berlanga, I draw your attention to the document on display. It's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication Community Supervision. It's a 2-page document. That's the first page, and this is the second page. I draw your attention to where I am circling the cursor, and it states that You are the person who you personally appeared before me today, albeit via Zoom. You are the person who is the defendant in this case. You have been duly sworn in by me. Under oath, you swear that your application for deferred adjudication community supervision that I've just shown you, and the document entitled your personnel data sheet that you just completed, and I have in my hand with your attorney, and it's going to be attached to your application, is true and correct. Mr. Berlanga, you have been sworn in. Is your application, is your personnel data sheet and the information input into that data sheet true and correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you need to speak to your attorney to understand the consequences of this, your response to this statement? That is, the defendant understands and acknowledges, sorry about that.
You're okay.
Acknowledges that any untrue statement in the application or the exhibit, your personnel data sheet, may be grounds for denial or revocation of any community supervision in this case. Do you need to speak with your attorney before you respond?
No, ma'am.
What is your response? Do you understand and so acknowledge?
Yes, ma'am. I do understand.
I will sign the document and make it part of the record.
Okay.
State, have you fulfilled your discovery and Brady requirement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are you satisfied that the state has fulfilled its obligation to provide you discovery under Article 39.14 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, as well as giving you full access to the state's files?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is this matter subject to law enforcement disclosure? And if it is, has that been complied with?
Oh, yes, Your Honor, state is compliant.
I will sign the discovery acknowledgement and I will make it part of the record. State, do you have any motions for the court's consideration?
Yes, Your Honor. First, the state moves to amend the information and add account 2 for obstruction of highway intoxication.
With no objection from the defense.
Defense, do you give, excuse me, state, where is your motion? Is it part of this paperwork?
Yes, Your Honor, I understand this further down. At least I think there's an amended information.
Is this your motion to amend right here?
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
Defense, do you waive your 10 days to prepare?
We do, Judge.
Mr. Berlanga,
Yes.
the state has filed a motion to amend the information. The information is a document that we use to bring you to court. It tells you what the nature of the offense and the charges against you. Anytime that it is amended, anytime that is changed, modified in any manner, you get 10 days in order to prepare. Your attorney has said that he gives up these 10 days to prepare. Do you join your attorney in giving up these 10 days to prepare?
Yes, Your Honor.
State's motion to alter and amend the information is granted and signed with the defense giving up or waiving the 10 days to prepare. And state and defense, you said you had no objections as well to the motion.
Correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Berlanga, this is the new information, the amended information. Count 2 has been added to the complaint. State, any further motions for the court's consideration?
Yes, Your Honor, the state moves the court to accept State's Exhibit 1 for the purpose of this hearing only.
And the State's Exhibit 1, this is State's Exhibit 1. And what is the nature of the State's Exhibit 1?
As I understand, is documents to support the second count 2 for obstruction of a highway intoxication.
So is the state waiving and abandoning the 0.15 enhancement as well as count number 1 and proceeding on count 2 of the?
Yes, sure. That's the state's other motion to waive and abandon count 1 and any enhancement relating to that, Your Honor.
What say ye defense to state's motion to waive and abandon 0.15 enhancement and as well as the count 1 and proceed on obstruction on count number 2 for obstruction class B?
No objection from the defense.
What say ye defense to the defense state's motion to waive and abandon is granted? And what say ye to state's motion for the State's Exhibit 1, to admit State's Exhibit 1? Defense?
The defense has no objection, Judge.
Okay. State's Exhibit 1 is admitted. Mr. Berlanga, defense, this is the State's Exhibit number 1. It is a package of documents. First document is waiver of objection to amendment of information and rights, stipulation of facts, and judicial confession. It's a 2-page document, and you have signed it. The next is the motor vehicles in the household, whereby, Mr. Berlanga, you have sworn that the following motor vehicles are possessed or owned by you or a member of your family or household where you live. It indicates here there's only one vehicle, and you have signed that. Then the next is the plea bargain document. The next document is waiver of appeal and post-conviction remedies, where it indicates that you intend to plead guilty to obstruction of highway by intoxication. Also, the next is an oath, whereby you swear that you are the person, again, that you have personally appeared before me. You are the defendant in this case. You have been sworn in, and under oath, you're telling me that the stipulations stated above and the plea bargain agreement are true and correct, specifically including these documents so labeled, and I have read to you their labels. You have sworn, you have signed that. I am going to sign it and order, as you have indicated here, that you are going to plead guilty. The rest of the State's Exhibit 1 that I'm sure your attorney has gone over you is right here. Again, documents, basically the police report. State, do you have any other motions for the court's consideration?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, do you have any motions for the court's consideration?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Berlanga, I direct your attention to document on display. It is entitled, excuse me, the defendant's waiver of constitutional rights and course admonitions. This is a 2-page document, this being the first page, and then this being the second page. Did you go over this 2-page document with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is this your signature where I am circling the cursor?
Yes, Your Honor.
After you reviewed this document with your attorney, did you freely and voluntarily sign this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
So with your signature and your testimony, you are telling me that you understand everything in this 2-page document as it was reviewed and explained to you by your attorney.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the representation of your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
He's one of the best here in San Antonio, one of the best attorneys. He has done a great job for you today, sir. He has managed to reduce this from a Class A misdemeanor to a Class B misdemeanor, and even more so, remove this as a DWI, reducing it to an obstruction of highway by intoxication, and it is now a regular Class B misdemeanor. So it's done very well. Did he explain to you the range of punishment associated with this allegation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did he explain to you and you understood the range of punishment?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did he explain to you your constitutional rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understood what your constitutional rights are?
Yes, Your Honor.
With that, with that understanding, sir, do you freely and voluntarily give up your constitutional rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
I will accept and I will approve your jury waiver. I am going to sign it, making it part of the record. You will no longer have a jury trial in this case. Counsel, do you believe that your client is competent to enter into a plea today?
I do, Your Honor.
With the amended information, were you able to apprise this defendant of the nature of the offense and charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you and this defendant waive the formal reading of the information?
We do, Your Honor.
State, what is your punishment recommendation to the court in this case?
Sure, the recommendations include deferred adjudication of 18 months.
As how much?
18 months, Your Honor.
18 months.
Yes, Your Honor. $750 fine plus court costs, as well as restitution of $60 to the Texas Department of Public Safety, and 60 hours of community service, and DWI education program.
A what?
DWI education. DWI education program. UImpact.com. TAIP evaluation, and ignition interlock for 9 months. And I think that's all, Your Honor.
Counsel, is that your understanding of the state's punishment recommendation to the court?
It is, Your Honor. Those are the terms we agreed upon.
Mr. Berlanga, is that your understanding of what your attorney has worked out with the state on your behalf in order to dispose of this matter for you today?
Yes, ma'am.
With that understanding, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
You're pleading guilty because you are guilty and for no other reason than the fact that you are guilty.
Yes, ma'am.
I will accept your plea of guilty, finding that it is intelligently and freely made. Counsel, I will withhold my finding of competency until I hear from your attorney with regard to the 16.22 report. Counsel?
I believe there are no issues with competency, Judge. She has had no problems communicating with me, understanding the charges, and speaking with me about a possible defense.
The 16.22 report has no relevance or information in there that questions his competency. Is that correct?
Correct, Judge.
All right. I will find that you are competent to enter into this agreement. Counsel, what else do you have on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Berlanga was born and raised in the San Antonio area, graduated from Wagner High School, attended some college, and then for about the last 10 years has been working in automotive sales. He currently is employed, as you can see, at Cavender Buick GMC West in a manager position. He has 3 children young children that he helps take care of. He has no criminal history, Judge, and we're asking you at this time to follow the recommendation before the court. Thank you.
Thank you, Counsel. That's very helpful. Those 3 kids, how old are they, Mr. Berlanga?
1, 2, and 5.
Mr. Berlanga, describe to me the vehicle, year, make, model, of,
Yes, ma'am.
that we will be, do you have the ignition interlock in your vehicle at this time, sir?
No, ma'am.
Describe to me the year, make, model of the vehicle that we'll be putting the ignition interlock on.
So 2022 GMC 2500.
What color is it, sir?
Black.
Whom do you live with, sir?
My significant other.
Does that significant other have a vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that vehicle the GMC 2005 2022?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Is the significant other's vehicle the 2022 GMC 2005 truck, black truck?
Your Honor, you're breaking up. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Is that the vehicle that you just described, the vehicle that your significant other has?
Yes.
So she drives the same truck that you drive?
No, I'm sorry.
And you live with her? Or your significant other?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is the name of the significant other, please?
Amy Wright.
Is her vehicle listed on this document?
No, ma'am.
This document states, you swore to it, that only this vehicle is possessed or owned by you or a member of your family or household, a member of your household where you live. And you have indicated to this court, signed and sworn, that there's only one vehicle in the household. Is that correct, sir?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I misunderstood you.
So are you telling me that you only have one vehicle in the household?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I do.
All righty. Counsel, I think it's time that you talk with your client. I'm going to suspend this record and give you and your client an opportunity to discuss.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Please place Mr. Locke and his client in the breakout room.
Judge, this is Gable Sadomsky again. I'm sorry to interrupt. I do have.
Not at all. No interruption at all. Just give me 2 seconds, sir. While they're conversing, Mr. Sadowski, I recognize, Attorney Sadowski, I recognize you. Please proceed, sir.
Thank you, Judge. I do have dates for trial announcement and date of
Not a
trial.
problem. What's your cause number again, please?
Let me get it for
If
you.
you have the docket and state the number on the docket, it would be easiest to find.
It is 683-489, 683-489 is the cause number. Client's name is Roger Rodriguez.
It's number 12 on the docket, sir.
Okay. I'm sorry, I don't have the docket in front of me. I apologize.
Not a problem. That's why I have just shared it with you, sir. It's number 12 on the docket. Alrighty, let us get, State, can you pull that up? Mr. Locke, are you back? Attorney Locke? Attorney Locke? Mr. Berlanga, did you join your attorney in the breakout room? Could you go ahead and join your attorney in the breakout room? He's waiting for you.
Oh, okay. Do I hit leave?
You go under the three dots and you accept the invitation that was sent to you.
There's no, it didn't do what it did last time when y'all sent us to the break.
Alrighty, just hang on 2 seconds, sir. You'll accept the second invitation that's sent to you, okay? Pay attention to your screen, alrighty?
Looking at it now, yes, ma'am.
Alrighty, pay attention to your screen now. Let me go ahead and put you in the breakout room with your attorney, okay?
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
accept the invitation, sir, should pop up. It says join.
I'm looking at my screen, ma'am. I saw something across the top, but it didn't give me like anything to click on.
Alrighty, look at the three dots on the, I don't know what this device that you're using, however, there may be three dots on the bottom of the screen, sir.
Okay, it's at the top.
Mr. Sadowski, excuse me a second. I believe that you understood the court stated what the priorities are. I believe some attorneys have entered for trial announcements. Let me see, Mr. Attorney Jay Norton, are you here?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay, very good. And Attorney Roundtree? And Attorney Cruz, are you here for a trial announcement? Let me see. No, okay, all righty. State, this is on docket number 2, trial announcement on Romo 646-189. Would you pull that case up, please?
Yes, Your Honor. I have the other one ready too.
Let us get on record. Oh. Let's get on record on cause number 646-189. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Victor Hernandez for the state.
Jay Norton for Mr. Victor Romo. And Judge, for your court's knowledge, we have reached an agreement on this case, so we would like an opportunity to do the plea paperwork.
Thank you, counsel. As Victor Manuel Romo, could you please unmute and so the court and announce so the court may be able to identify you? Respond?
I am here, Your Honor.
Okay, let the record reflect that the defendant is present with his attorney in this matter. State, we're here for a trial announcement on record. State, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and defense, are you ready to proceed to trial, but you are saying that you have reached an agreement with the state?
Yes, ma'am.
And you want to go ahead and be able to, so this is going to resolve itself with a plea and you are in the process of preparing the paperwork, or what is going on?
Judge, Mr. Goss is helping handle this. He is in trial. It should be done shortly. We were asking if we could maybe plead this next Tuesday.
go ahead. Ms. Luna can send you, we'll go ahead and do it on tomorrow or Monday. Which one would you prefer?
We'd actually prefer Tuesday because out of town on a case tomorrow, and we have a very full docket, trial cases, so forth on Monday. But if we could plead Tuesday, that would be wonderful, Your Honor.
Counsel, you are the attorney of record that I have on this case. So if you are ready, we can go ahead and do the paperwork today, tomorrow, or Monday.
Today,
Your matter is different.
I'm not going to be available Friday or Monday.
Okay, so you wish to go ahead and plead this afternoon, sir? I'll let you guys get busy with the paperwork, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All righty, so go ahead and report back this afternoon. We'll start up at 1:30. See you then. We're
Thank you.
off record on this matter. Thank you, sir.
Judge, may I have a moment to speak with Marina in a breakout room, perhaps?
Any? Okay, you've been placed there, sir. Got your invitation.
Your Honor, this is Attorney Burnett. May I also get into a breakout room with Ms. Luna?
All righty, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Attorney Locke, you're back. Attorney Sadowski, I will go ahead and tend to you right after I finish with this plea.
Thank you, Judge.
Court is going to start sharing the court's screen. We are getting back on record on cause number 676-432, State of Texas versus Derek Michael Berlanga. Court is sharing the court screen, and the screen is set as far as motor vehicles in the household. At the time that we suspended this record, counsel, you were speaking with your client, Mr. Berlanga, the defendant. Are you ready to proceed, defense?
We are, Your Honor.
And state, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, at the time that we suspended the record, I had asked Mr. Berlanga with regard to his person whom he lived with. He said his significant other, and who he later identified upon questioning to be an Amy Wright. And in his personal data sheet, they do share the same address as he is listed her as a reference. And yet he indicated on with the motor vehicles in the household, whereby I had read at the time I was reviewing this document that he hereby swore that the following motor vehicles are possessed or owned by him or a member of his family or household where he lived. He indicated that only one vehicle listed, and upon further questioning as far as considerate, he has indicated then now that Ms. Wright lives with him, but has a different vehicle, and that vehicle is not listed on this motor vehicles in the household. Could you, at that time, the court gave you the opportunity to be able to speak with your client. Have you been able to come to some sort of reconciliation that you can provide
Yes,
some clarity to the court?
Yes, Judge, we have another vehicle to add. It is the one owned by his girlfriend that he does not drive and will not be driving, but he can provide that vehicle information at this time.
Alrighty, and this statement, it does not say anything about driving, right? It's just where the vehicle is located, right?
Right, Judge.
Okay, so the motor vehicles in the household needs to be clarified.
Yes,
Sir?
we can provide that information if you're ready for it.
So I needed for it to be placed on the document that he swore to. He did not intend to misrepresent to the court, did he, sir?
No, Your Honor.
What other vehicles are in the household, part of the household that needs to be on this document, sir, besides this one?
I'm sorry, man, are you asking me or are you asking counsel?
Either one of you, I'm asking defense. Are
Go
there
ahead,
any other
Oh,
vehicles that
20
need to be listed?
2022 GMC Yukon.
Any other vehicles besides the one that's identified, the one belonging or driven by Amy Wright? Are there any vehicles in the household? Total,
No,
how
ma'am.
many vehicles?
2.
You have identified Amy Wright on your personal data sheet as your spouse. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
State, what was a VAC in this case?
Oh, one moment, Your Honor, let me double check that. It was a 0.17, according to my notes, Your Honor.
0.17?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, was there an accident in this case?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I do not see anything in my notes right now.
Let's see.
I think I need to check the folder, one moment.
There was not, Your Honor. He was pulled over for speeding.
Counsel, is there any legal reason why this matter cannot be disposed of today?
No, there's not, Your Honor.
Mr. Berlanga, although there is a sufficient evidence to find you guilty in this case, I'm going to withhold my finding of guilt, and I am going to place you on 18 months of deferred adjudication, community supervision for obstruction of highway by intoxication. You will be supervised by the Community Supervision and Corrections Department, otherwise known as Probation Office. And you'll be monitored by them on behalf of this court for these conditions: $750 fine plus court costs, $60 reimbursement to Texas Department of Public Safety, 60 hours community service restitution, DWI education, uimpact.com, TAP evaluation, parenting class, and a driver safety course. You will install the ignition interlock within 10 days, 10 calendar days, and you will maintain it for half the term of probation. And then within 10 calendar days, I will expect these two affidavits. One from you that you will not drive any vehicle that is not equipped with an ignition interlock, and one from Amy Wright, whom you have identified as your spouse and has a vehicle and resides in the same household as you do. You will she'll need to provide an affidavit that states that she will not allow you to drive her vehicle under any circumstances. Otherwise, I will require an ignition interlock to be installed in that vehicle. She will identify her vehicle by year, make, model, color, license plate number, and last 6 digits of the vehicle identification number. I will have your community supervision officer provide a status report in 2 months and conduct a field visit. I will set your supervision fee at $60 a month. State, did I cover everything for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, anything further in this matter?
Yes, Judge, I wanted to inquire, is it the court's policy just to have everyone who has children do a parenting class? Or was there something in this situation specific that required Mr. Berlanga to have to do a parenting class?
Counsel, you identified Mr. Berlanga as having 3 children, all of them 1, 2, and identified their ages to be 1 and 2 and 5 years of age. And also further identified here that he was speeding and he has been pulled over for the ignition for DWI has placed. So therefore, as a parent, perhaps he needs to be reminded of his value to his children. So yes, he'll need to be taking the parenting class and driver safety.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you very much.
Anything further, counsel?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Berlanga, with regard to the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, this has been a plea bargain case, and you have no right to appeal. The court certifies. Now, you'll get a copy of this when you come to provide us your fingerprints. When will you be able to go ahead and do that? Today is Thursday. To come tomorrow, Monday, or Tuesday?
I can I do it today?
Tomorrow, Monday, or Tuesday?
Okay, tomorrow.
Okay.
Judge, he is asked off from work for the whole day today. Is there a reason why he could not be able to come in this afternoon to give his fingerprint?
I have offered him tomorrow, Monday, or Tuesday. So, sir, understand that you'll be coming down to County Court at Law Number 2 on Friday, the 7th of October, 2022, between the hours of 2 p.m. and before 4:30 p.m. You will come down to County Court at Law Number 2, located at 300 De La Rosa, San Antonio, Texas, 78205. We are on the first floor of the Kadena Reeves Justice Center. Understand that if you do not show up tomorrow between the hours of 2 p.m. and before 4:30 p.m., a warrant will be issued for your arrest. And when you come, you just check in with the deputy, and the deputy will go ahead and further instruct you. Make sure now your attorney has said some really nice things about you. He has done a very good job in representing you, Mr. Berlanga. The way for you to thank your attorney for the work that he has done for you is for you to be successful on probation. Probation comes out to be really an exercise of good communication. So if there's any issues that may impede your ability to complete your probation successfully, make sure to go ahead and talk to your community supervision officer so they will let the court know. They can communicate that to the court, because I do want you to be successful, sir. You're a contributing and valuable member of this community, and wish for you to go ahead and continue to do that for yourself, for this community, and for your children to be. All right, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
No problem. We'll see you tomorrow. Anything further in this matter, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No.
Thank you. Your excuse. I'll see you tomorrow, Mr. Berlanga.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Getting on record on cause number 683489, State of Texas versus Roger Rodriguez. Attorneys only, please approach and identify who is before the court, starting with the state.
Victor Hernandez for the state.
Abel Sadowski for defense, Judge.
We're here for pretrial conference hearing today, the 6th day of October 2022. State, proceed, please.
Yes, Your Honor, this case involves the San Antonio Police Department. As I understand, the state and the defense counsel have conferred on a plea agreement.
Defense, do you acknowledge receipt of an offer that was conveyed to you in writing by the state?
No, Judge.
So you have no offer?
I don't have a written offer to my recollection. I spoke with the state concerning a oral offer, and we'll communicate with the state, in writing via email. That shouldn't be an issue. But so far as a written offer, no, I can't confirm that I've received one.
Okay, thank you, counsel, for that clarification. How are we going to go ahead and dispose of this case?
Judge, I've got a jury trial announcement and a trial date. Trial announcement, January 19th of 23, and trial date following on January 23rd. So announcement 19 and trial 23.
Thank you, counsel. State, any objections? Defense, will an interpreter be needed for the defendant?
No, ma'am.
Regarding witnesses, will the defense rely on the state's file and police reports, file a motion, or have the witnesses read on record at this time?
We'll rely on the defense judge, or sorry, on the prosecutor's list, Judge.
Alrighty. State, do you reserve your right to supplement?
Yes, Your Honor, for this case, we will reserve our right to supplement, Your Honor.
And supplementation date, please.
It will be January 3rd, 2023.
Defense, supplementation date of 3 January 23. Is that any objections?
No, Judge.
All motions and or pretrial requests will be in writing. If anything needs to be set for a hearing, please so set that for a hearing on a Friday. Sorry, just realized that continuing to share. Sorry. Okay. State, have you filed any motions or requests in this case?
No, Your Honor.
Defense,
No, Judge.
any discovery issues or concerns, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense,
Not at this time.
sir, have you received your e-discovery?
I have.
Have you received the information in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you waive arraignment on behalf of this defendant?
So waived.
The court admonishes the parties to ensure to exercise due diligence to ensure that discovery does not impede the execution of this trial on the set date of 23 January 2023. And defense to exercise due diligence to notify defendant of the next court date, barring any motions that may be set for a hearing in which the defendant must be present. The next court date for this defendant will be the trial announcement date of 19 January 2023. If the defendant does accept the state's offer, the defense will tender a jury waiver immediately and set the matter for a plea within 2 to 3 weeks. State, do you acknowledge the court's admonishments and order?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Judge.
Defense, does the court coordinator have the defendant's email address?
She does. She's been provided, well, I can't testify to what she has or has not received, Judge. I know that it's been sent to her.
You have emailed it to her?
Correct.
Okay, thank you, counsel. State, anything further on this matter?
No, Judge. Maybe we be excused, please.
State, anything further on this matter?
Say, Your Honor. No.
Defense, anything further on this matter?
No, Your Honor.
Subject to your objections. The court understands that cause number 683489, State of Texas versus Roger Rodriguez will be resolved by trial on the 23rd of January 2023 with a trial announcement called docket on the 19th of January 2023. The state has no objections to these dates. No interpreter is needed for this defendant. The defense will rely on the state's file and police reports for witnesses, and the state did reserve its right to supplement with a supplementation of 3 January 2023, of which the defense had no objections. This is a San Antonio Police Department case. Arrest. All motions and pretrial requests will be in writing, and if anything needs to be set for a hearing, it will be set for on a Friday. Neither the defense nor state have any motions filed in this case, and neither has any discovery concerns or issues. The defense has received the e-discovery and information and does waive arraignment on behalf of this defendant. The defense does acknowledge receipt of an offer, oral, verbally, but has not received it in writing as of yet. Both parties acknowledge the court's admonishments and orders in this case, and the defense has emailed the defendant's email address to the court coordinator. State, any objections to the court's recitation?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Judge. No, Judge.
And you should be getting, we have your email address. You guys should be getting your case setting form very shortly, and you are excused.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
Was Mr. Rodriguez here or?
Yes, he's here, Judge. He's been
Oh,
here.
he was present. Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Rodriguez, I'll note here that you were present. Thank you very much. You are excused. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Mr. Attorney Burnett, what are we doing with, are you ready to go ahead and how are we going to resolve this matter?
Yes, Your Honor, we're going to,
You're set for a pretrial conference hearing. Did you request that, sir? Or is that something that you were set for because it indicated here that he did not have an attorney, but you're here. And so what
Yes,
do you
Your
wish
Honor.
to do?
yes, Your Honor, we're ready. We're not going to proceed with trial. We've got an offer from the state, a verbal offer that we are going to accept. So we'll be ready for plea Monday. This
When do you wish,
coming Monday.
you wish to go ahead and plea on Monday?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so you want to set this for 10 October 2022 for plea?
Yes, sure. Yes, Your
All
Honor.
righty. Okay, you've got the reset forms?
I do not have the reset form, no, Your Honor. I've spoken to Ms. Luna, and she said that she would get it set.
All right, sir, you need to go ahead and send an email address to both the state, the defendant's email address. You have to email it to the state and to the court coordinator, please. Will you be able to get that done today?
Yes, Your Honor. I've given it to the court coordinator just a little bit earlier, and I will also be emailing the state.
Okay, the state needs to be able to start the paperwork. And counsel, with that, you and your client are excused. Thank you so much for going ahead and working this out. And please be ready to address the 1622 that's associated with your client. Make sure that you review that document. Okay, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All righty. Thank you very much. You guys have a great weekend. Appreciate your time.
You too. Thank you.
Okay. Attorney Cruz, how are we going to go ahead and dispose of your case?
Your Honor,
And
I-
Guerrero. State,
Yes,
can you
Your Honor.
pull up cause number 683544?
Your Honor, before we proceed, I need dates from Marina.
You need to get in with the court coordinator?
Yes, please.
Please go ahead.
Thank
Let's go ahead. Okay.
Your Honor, I apologize for
Yes,
the
yes.
interruption.
No, not a problem. Not a problem. I'm going to get to you. I'm just going through my docket right now.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Alrighty. Alrighty, good. There it is. Change. Mr. Cardenas, You need to go ahead and get a hold of your attorney and you guys can come back at 1:30, okay?
Okay, you got it.
I'll excuse you to go to lunch. Ms. Attorney is Angela Blake. Is what I have here on the docket. Make sure you guys are here for a trial announcement. Get a hold of your attorney. Be back at 1:30, sir. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty, very good. Let us go ahead and get on record. And Mr. Romo, we're waiting for you, your client, your attorney to come back. And I guess you guys gonna play today. Let me see, motion for continuance. Okay. On Perez, clause number 679-547, on Perez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. I'm going to hear your motion for continuance at 2:30 PM. I'll give you a specific time at 2:30 PM. There may be a little bit of a wait, I don't know, but we'll have the hearing. I need to look into a couple of things concerning this, okay?
Okay, thank you very much. Are we excused until then?
Yes, please. Thank you. Enjoy your lunch.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. All righty. Attorney Cruz,
Yes, Your Honor.
how are we going to dispose of the case?
By trial, Your Honor, let me know. if
Already.
You're ready for the dates.
State, go ahead and pull that up.
Judge, I have it.
Case up. Let us get on record on cause number 683-544, State of Texas versus Luis Alfredo Guerrero. Party attorneys and attorneys only, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Ling Han for the state.
Victoria Cruz on behalf of Raymond Martinez for the defense.
We are here for pre-trial conference hearing today, the 6th of October, 2022. State, proceed.
This is a San Antonio Police Department case. A written offer has been conveyed to defense.
Defense, how are we going to, do you acknowledge receipt of an offer that was conveyed to you in writing?
Yes, Your Honor.
How are we going to dispose of this matter?
By trial, please.
And give me the trial dates and please, the trial announcement call date.
Call docket February the 2nd. Trial February the 6th.
Will an interpreter be needed for, excuse me, I'm sorry, state, any objections?
No
To those
objection, Your
dates.
Honor.
Okay. Defense, will an interpreter be needed for the defendant?
No, Your Honor.
It's 12 o'clock.
Thank you for that announcement. Witnesses, regarding witnesses, will the defense rely on state's file and police reports, file a motion, or have the witnesses read on record at this time?
Defense will rely on the file.
State, do you reserve your right to supplement?
Judge, I don't believe that will be necessary.
That's a no?
No.
Okay.
If the
All
state
motions
does
and
so, we will make sure it's timely.
I'm sorry, say again?
Sorry, if it should be necessary, we will ensure that's given at least 30 days beforehand to defense.
So you do reserve your right to supplement?
Yes, yes, we do.
And the supplementation date would be?
January 9th.
Defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
State, anything further on regarding witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
And that was January, excuse me, did you say January 9th, 2023?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Oh, boy. And defense, no objections, correct?
No objection, Your Honor.
State, have you filed any motions or requests in this case?
We haven't, Your Honor.
Defense,
No, Your Honor.
any discovery issues or concerns?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
If state,
None from the state.
Randy, defense, you've received your e-discovery?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have received your information?
Yes, Your Honor.
You waive arraignment on behalf of this defendant.
We do, Your Honor.
The court admonishes the parties to exercise due diligence to ensure that discovery does not impede the execution of this trial on the set date of 6 February 2023, and defense to exercise due diligence to ensure due diligence to notify defendant of the next court date, barring any motions that may be set for a hearing in which the defendant must be present. The next court date for this defendant would be the trial announcement called docket of 2 February 2023, in which the defendant must be present. If the state does decide to accept this, if the defendant does decide to accept the state's offer, the defense will tender a jury waiver immediately and set this matter for a plea within 2 to 3 weeks. State, do you acknowledge the court's admonishments?
Yes.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's the court's admonishments and order. Defense, does the court coordinator have the defendant's email address?
Your Honor, that will be emailed to the coordinator by the end of today. I have texted my client, but he hasn't texted quite back yet.
Okay, thank you very much. That will be today. I've got that down.
Yes, Your Honor.
State, anything further on this matter?
Nothing further from the state.
Defense?
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
Regarding cause number 683544, subject to your objections. Court understands that this matter of the state of Texas versus Luis Alfredo Guerrero will be resolved by trial on the set date of 6 February 2023, with a trial announcement called docket on the 2nd of February 2023, of which the state has no objections to those dates. No interpreter is needed for this defendant. This defense will rely on the state's file and police reports. The state does reserve its right to supplement, and with the supplementation date of 9 January 2023 of the defense has no objection. All motions and pretrial requests will be in writing, and hang on, excuse me, sir, you'll be right back? Okay. And neither the defense nor the state has filed any motions in this case, and neither the defense or the state have any concerns, discovery concerns or issues. The defense has received the e-discovery as well as the information. Defense, do you waive arraignment on behalf of this defendant?
Yes, Your Honor, we do.
State, you stated that this was a San Antonio Police Department case?
Yes, Your Honor.
The defense did acknowledge receipt of an offer with in writing from the state. And both the state and the defense just acknowledged the court's admonishments and orders. And the defendant's email address will be emailed to the court coordinator today, the 6th of October, 2022. State, any objections to the court's recitation?
No objection, Your Honor.
Defense?
No objection from defense.
Well, thank you very much. You guys have a great weekend. We're off record on this matter. The court is in recess until 1:15. No, 1:30 actually, 1:30. Okay, you guys have a great lunch. Thank you so much for your time. Mr. Romo, you tell your attorney you'll be back here at 1:30 this afternoon, sir. Okay?
Will do.
Thank you very much. Please, have a good one.